Hello there. I'm Marty Manfred, second cousin twice removed from a certain beloved celebrity, and I am a big fan of Canada's national parks. I've been visiting them for many years to camp, hike, explore, have fun, and get in touch with Canada's history and nature. I want to share this love with others, so I'm here today to help you figure out the Parks Canada reservation system. You might be wondering why you should be making reservations for visiting national parks. Shouldn't you just be able to drive in, park next to a lake, and enjoy yourself? Well, that might have been the case back in the 90s, but not anymore. Many of Canada's parks have become so popular that it is no longer feasible for you to simply arrive at a location and expect that there will be room for you. For example, in 2023, Banff National Park had more than 4 million visitors. This number increases every year as more and more people rush to the park. So if you want to even have a chance at seeing any of the major attractions or grabbing a campsite, you should start by learning how to use the reservation system. There are two ways of making a reservation, the website and the phone number. Both are great but have their ups and downs. The website is good if you need to make a reservation quick. If you know the date, location, and how many people you'll be traveling with, you can make reservations very fast. The website is also very handy because it can show you the dates and times that are available. The first problem with the website is that you have to make an account. And because this is a government-operated service, they haven't exactly made that easy. The second problem is that the website isn't all that easy to navigate, especially on a cell phone. So take some time to explore the website to understand how it works and where everything is located. The phone number is probably the easiest way of making a reservation. You get to speak with an actual human being, and they are usually quite helpful. However, there are still some problems. Firstly, just because you're speaking with a human being doesn't mean that they know everything about the park you're looking to make a reservation for. These people are not working at an information center, so you shouldn't start bugging them with questions about the sizes of campsites, the condition of hiking trails, or the best times to catch a bus. The other big problem is that to complete any reservation, you're going to have to pay for it. This means that if you're trying to reserve over the phone, you'll have to give them your credit card information by reading it out loud. If you are at all uncomfortable with doing this, then you should probably just stick with the website. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to quickly walk you through the process of making an account. To start, open up your web browser and go to reservation.pc.gc.ca. As I've previously mentioned, this website works best on a computer. While you can use the website to check availabilities, you won't be able to make a reservation until you have an account. At the top right of the screen, there should be a sign-in button. If you can't see it, then there should be a button that is just 3 white lines. Clicking that will open up a new menu where you should see a sign-in option. Now, even if you don't have an account yet, you have to click on Sign In to start making one. Click Continue with GC Key Interact. This might sound a little weird, but trust me on this. This will bring you to a screen where you'll be given 2 options. Sign in with your bank, or sign in or create an account with GC Key. If you live in Canada, you can sign in using your bank. If you click on this option, you will be taken to a list of affiliated banks that you can use to sign in and pay for your reservations. But since I'm a glutton for punishment, and the mattress I stuffed all of my money into isn't listed as an affiliate, I'm going to create an account with GC Key. A GC Key is basically an account that you make with the Government of Canada that allows you to use certain online services. After clicking on this option, look for Simple Secure Access and press the Sign Up button. For terms and conditions, make sure you read everything. It's the right thing to do. Once you're done, click I accept to continue. The next few steps are pretty straightforward. Creating a username and a password, coming up with some security questions, adding an email, all the usual stuff. There's an option to skip giving an email. And this is good if you were only planning to make a single reservation, then not using the website again. However, if you want an easier time keeping track of your paperwork, or think you might have to change your dates, cancel plans, or would like to make more reservations in the future, then providing an email would be the better option. Once you've given your email and clicked Continue, you'll be taken to another screen. Just click Continue one more time. Now you have to verify your email. I swear, we're getting close to being done. Go to the email that you provided and look for a message from the Government of Canada. In that email will be a code consisting of 8 letters and numbers. Just enter that code into the Confirm Your Email Address website and click Continue. You have now created an account, but we still can't make reservations yet. After clicking Continue a couple times, you should come to a screen that asks you for your email information. You'll get to a screen called Create an Account. All you have to do here is put in some information, including a phone number and address, and press the Create Account button at the bottom. Now go back to your email, find the new message from Parks Canada, and confirm your account. Remember when I said that the Government of Canada didn't exactly make this an easy process? This is what I'm talking about. Clicking on Confirm Account should bring you back to the reservation website. Once there, just press Continue with GC key, Interact. Congratulations. Now you can start making reservations. In fact, how about we make one right now? Starting on the main page, look at the top right. Clicking on the button that has your name allows you to access your account details, your list of reservations, and anything else you may have purchased on the reservation website. Clicking on Français will change the website from English to French. Clicking on System Time will bring up a small clock. This clock is important because the Parks Canada reservation office is located in Ontario, so they are only able to confirm certain reservations while their offices are open. Using this little clock will let you know what the time is at the reservation office. Lastly, you have your cart. This is where all the reservations you make will go before you pay for them. Looking down a little bit, you have the 4 major categories for reservations. Front country camping is any camping that can be done easily by driving up to the campsite or walking a short distance. If you're looking for a campsite that has electrical hookups, sewer service, showers, or other luxuries, you are definitely going to have to make a reservation. There are still campsites in the national parks that you do not have to make reservations for, but you should never base your vacation plans on getting one of these sites. Parks Canada Accommodations refers primarily to 2 different services, equipped camping and Authentics. Equipped camping is a newer service offered by Parks Canada where people can reserve campsites and some camping equipment, including a tent, a stove, and a lantern. Visitors will still have to bring their own sleeping bags, pillows, food, drinks, and cooking equipment. The Authentics are a combination of cabins and tents. They are an interesting way to camp in comfort, but be aware that you'll still have to bring all of your own supplies. Next is backcountry. A backcountry campsite is any campsite that you cannot drive or easily walk to. You'll have to carry in all of your own equipment, and there is no guaranteed water supply. If you have a particular campsite in mind but cannot find the park that it is in, try switching from backcountry campsite to backcountry zone. This usually fixes the problem. Finally, the most popular category, day use. This is where you must go if you're planning to book shuttles to Lake Louise or Moraine Lake. Let's say that I'm planning a trip to Yoho National Park and I wanted to camp a few nights in my motorhome. After making sure that I'm signed in, I'll go to front country camping. I'll select the park that I'm looking to camp in, then set the dates that I was hoping to stay. I'll be traveling by myself, so won't worry about the party size. Next, under Equipment, I'll select the size of my motor home. Now I'll press Search, and a map should appear that marks out campgrounds that are reservable. I see that Kicking Horse Campground is marked green. That means that I should be able to make a reservation there. If you have trouble reading the map, at the top left there are two buttons, Map and List. Clicking on List will bring up a list of all the options available to you, and this may be easier to read for some folks. Looking at the map or the list, if you click on any of the green options, those will be sites that are available to you and are immediately open for reservation. I'll click on one and press the Reserve button. After confirming the details of the reservation, I can either continue making further reservations for my trip or go straight to paying. Keep in mind, if you decide to continue making reservations and not paying right away, your reservation will be held for 20 minutes. So don't waste time when making reservations. If you're having problems making a reservation or finding an availability, it could be for a number of reasons. Maybe the campsite you're looking at isn't available for all of the days you are looking to stay. If you're trying to catch a bus, maybe you're traveling with a large group and there simply isn't enough empty seats. Maybe your RV is too large for the campground you were hoping to stay at. If you have any problems using the website, your next best option is to contact either the reservation service by phone or calling the visitor center of the park you are hoping to visit. I hope you found this information helpful when making a reservation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go back to refreshing the reservation website to see if I can't snag me a seat on the bus to Lake O'Hara. I'll be seeing you later.